Hi, my name is Bryn Baker, and today I'll be giving a speech about how athletes are fueled by addiction. So, this addiction I am referring to is steroid usage. So, the troubling statistic is that 1 in 4 athletes believe they require steroids to perform at their highest ability. So, they believe they cannot perform at their best without the use of steroids. So, today I'm going to share with you how athletes are affected by the pressure put on them to take these harmful steroids to enhance their performance. So, as an athlete myself, I see juicing a lot. This is the street term for putting these lethal injections into your body. So, you do not need steroids to be a good athlete. There are several side effects that come with them, and they ruin your body. There is solutions for getting people off of these, and that is what I will be discussing today. So first, we're going to look into the effects that steroids cause on your body. So the side effects they cause. So as mine goes to the next slide, I'll just go ahead and start. So steroids, especially anabolic steroids, are not a safe practice, especially for people not finished fully developing. So for girls, this will be anywhere from 10 to 20, I would say. And from guys, it'll be anywhere from like 10 to 25. They grow longer. So when you use them for a short term, anywhere from 2 to 3 months, the side effects are very, very mild. These include a wide variety of things, like a different range, things people always suffer with: headaches, insomnia, acne, paranoia. You have some more detrimental things that come from that, like high cholesterol, increased blood pressure. And then the most startling fact is that it can actually impair your chance to have a child one day, as usually taking steroids affects men's sperm count, which is pretty scary. So there's also some long-term effects that are quite detrimental as well. They're pretty lethal if any of these were to occur. I'm not saying that they're guaranteed just because you take steroids that it will, but long-term steroids can cause heart attacks, strokes, major organ damage, and increasingly erratic behaviors. I like to call erratic behaviors having the hot head, or what most people call it is the roid rage, which means the smallest thing will set you off. You will want to fight everyone. You just really can't control your actions, and that really might not be what you're meaning to come from it, because you are being controlled by different hormones going throughout your body. So next, I will give you my thoughts on how to fix the extreme use of steroids in athletes. So from everything I've read, it is equally as troubling that many schools, being colleges that have athletic programs, they do not test for steroid use. The cost for a test for steroid use is roughly 6 times more expensive than testing for regular street drugs. That would just be your typical marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamine, stuff like that. So because of this, the outrageous price of the test, many schools and universities actually fail to test their athletes for these, which therefore puts all of their athletes at a greater risk. So it's actually putting them in jeopardy. But if the cost of the test were to be made lower and more testing was available, athletes would be more afraid of being caught and would restrain from using the drugs pretty much in total. So another issue that I found that lies within the system for athletes is that they're on a 3-strike limit, meaning they can pop a pot on a drug test 3 times before they are actually kicked out for only 1 year, meaning they can come back and return after that 1 year of random drug testing and being clean for that 1 year. So there's a lot of controversy on whether steroids should be allowed in certain circumstances. So it is true that steroids in moderation can be potentially helpful in lessening the time between injuries. But for instances such as bulking, meaning you're wanting to get stronger and faster and do better performance overall, they are terrible for you. So with the addictive powers these hold, if they were to be prescribed for minimum use, they would not cause damage. But for using them in large doses, like I said, it is very unhealthy. And then the third thing I have noticed is that if athletes did not have easy access to these, they would not be used as much either. These drugs are sold on the black market or on the streets, or your friend sells them just to make a small profit. And if they were only prescribed from an actual doctor, their usage would go down so much, tremendously. This is actually like a syringe that they would come in. This is 10 milliliters. So it's kind of scary that you can take this and it can be very, very detrimental to your body. But when you are buying actual steroids to juice or bulk yourself, they come in a bottle. So this would be good enough for a month's use. People trying to bulk use a bottle. It has 100 in it. And as you can tell, that is a mass quantity. But while steroid use is very common and it is unhealthy, there has not been enough research done to truly get rid of them, and no one has really tried to get rid of them. They've kind of just been accepted because if a coach wants their team to win, they're going to let people use steroids. So, as we conclude, although the use of steroids among athletes is far too common, the health risks they pose far outweigh the benefits. Steroids do lifelong damage, and not enough action is being taken to fix this. By simply taking them off the black market and doing more tests for them, they could become less common and potentially save athletes' lives. And with this, I think it would be worth it any time of the day. Thank you. Bryn Baker.